Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning everyone. Allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Achmad Fuad Salasa Gufron. I live in Grobogan, Central Java. I'm currently undergoing professional advancement for the ANT2 class at PIP Semarang. Previously, I was an alumni of Akvelni Semarang, and my work experience was sailing on a bunker service ship for a Taiwanese company as a chief officer. Then after that, I moved to the Suci Tanker Company until now, which has an office in Jakarta, Indonesia. While I was working on the ship, there were several activities that we usually do as navigators, and on this occasion, I will discuss a little about the procedure when a ship is about to enter a port and situation when ships hit each other in narrow channel according to Correct 1972, rule number 14. As a chief officer on tanker ships, I start navigation watch at the bridge from 0400 to 0800, accompanied by the heavy duty and the deck cadet. During navigation watch at the bridge, there are a number of things that must be considered, including maintaining the ship's shipping line according to its track, avoiding navigational hazard when the ship is sailing, ensuring navigational tools can be used properly, and several other factors. After completing the navigation watch at the bridge at 0800 and hand over to shipmate, the next activity is breakfast and briefing the crew deck before carrying out ship's maintenance work. Because the main responsibility as the chief officer on the ship is to maintain cargo security and maintain the ship so that it can operate properly. After the briefing for ship's maintenance work is carried out, the next task is to make a stowage plan. Because the ship is planned to carry out loading cargo at Ras Tanura, Port Saudi Arabia. At 1200, the work on the deck was finished and it was to rest. Arriving at 1600, a chief officer returned to navigation watch at the bridge to replace the second mate until 2000. At this time, we had to focus lookout on navigation because we were starting to enter the port area and we had to make a report arriving to the local VTS. When the ship going to enter port, as the navigator on duty at the bridge, we must report the ship's data to the local port so that the port officer can collect data and prepare everything for the ship's operational activities at the port. Some things that need to be reported to VTS include: number 1, ship's name and call sign. The way to report ship's name and call sign is by mentioning the name of our ships along with the ship's call sign. For example, my ship's name is Motor Tanker Success Fortune SL with call sign Juliet Zulu Romeo Bravo. And then number 2, ship's flag. Then for the way for reporting the flag of the ship, namely by mentioning which country the ships come from. For example, my ship has an Indonesian flag. This states that the ship I'm carrying is officially registered in Indonesia. And then number 3, type of cargo. Mm, Regarding the reporting of the type of cargo to be carried, namely according to the type of ship. Here, I take the example of reporting on my ship. The cargo we will carry is crude oil. Crude oil is a type of raw liquid cargo which can later be processed into gasoline, aviation fuel, kerosene, and asphalt. And number 4, last port and next port. For last port and next port reporting, it is reporting from where we left the previous port and where our next port is going. For example, my last port is Cilacap, Indonesia, and my next port is Rastanura, Saudi Arabia. And then number 5, number of ship's crew and nationality. Furthermore, regarding the reporting of the number of ship's crew and the nationality of the crew, this is by mentioning the total crew of the ships and from which country the crew comes from. An example of reporting is as follows. The total crew on my ship is 30 crews, including the master, who comes from Indonesia, Korea, Pakistan, India, and Myanmar. When ships enter narrow channel, our ships often head-on situation with other ships, which can create a collision hazard. To overcome this condition, we must adhere to correct rule number 14 concerning head-on situations, where if there is a situation where the ships head each other, the two ships must avoid other by turning to ship steering wheel to the starboard, so that later the two ships will pass each other on the port side of each ship. This is standard rule contained in Correct 1972, and all sailors must follow this rule.
Today we will learn Rule 14, that is head-on situation. A. When two power-driven vessels are meeting on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses so as to involve risk of collision, each shall alter her course to starboard, so that each shall pass on the port side of the other. If risk of collision exists, then as per Rule 14a, each shall alter her course to starboard and pass at a safe distance. B. Such a situation shall be deemed to be exist when a vessel sees the other ahead or nearly ahead, and by night she could see the masthead lights of the other in a line or nearly in a line, and or both the side lights, and by day she observes the corresponding aspect of the other vessel. Other vessel is nearly ahead, so we will take the situation as head-on, and at night for a head-on situation to exist, masthead light should be visible in a line or nearly in a line with both the side lights. C. When a vessel is in any doubt as to whether such a situation exists, she shall assume that it does exist and act accordingly. When a vessel is in any doubt, she should take action as per this rule. Like for this situation, each shall alter her course to starboard.
Before completing the bridge watch,
A chief officer makes a daily report on all types of work carried out by the deck crew today. After all the reports have been complete and the bridge watch has been complete, it's time to hand over to third mate and go to rest because the time is showing 24:00. If you are still curious about tanker berthing activities at the port along with the process of loading cargo, look forward to my next video. I'm very grateful that all this time I have able to work as a sailor, because apart from working to earn money, we can also enjoy the beauty of city and even other countries. In the future, I want to continue my career as a sailor until I'm in the highest position, namely as a ship's captain. After this achievement is accomplished, then I want to enjoy and spend time with my family. The last, my hope is for future sailor, keep fighting to get what you have been dreaming of. Don't let your struggle disappear just because of the crashing of the watch in the ocean, so that your hope and your family are dashed. Okay, that's all my presentation and my video. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.